welcome to a fresh edition of Corporate Governance Platform that's brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN. I am Fumi Omoburiu. Let me quickly remind you that ICSAN is a leading recognized professional body in Nigeria that's dedicated to enhancing the status and practice of corporate governance and public administration. Today on the program, we want to look at risk management as an important governance function. Risk management as an important governance function. And our guest this morning is Mr. BOLAJI ADEGOKE, ACIS. His member Publicity and Advocacy Committee is also Financial Secretary of the Oyo State chapter of ICSAN. Good morning, Mr. ADEGOKE.
Good morning, Mrs. Fumi Omoburiu.
All right, thank you for joining us on the program.
Yes, my pleasure.
All right, with me in the studio, I have Mr. Michael Umogo, who is Deputy Registrar Operations, ICSAN. Good morning, Mr. Umogo.
Good morning, Fumi, and good morning, listeners.
All right, let's take this message and we'll be right back.
The world is constantly evolving into a knowledge-based economy where skills and competencies constitutes the lifeblood of public and corporate governance. You therefore need to empower yourself to fit into this new world by gaining basic knowledge and improving your skill set in the governance-focused disciplines. That is why every aspiring as well as practicing professional in governance field needs ICSAN.
ICSAN. What is ICSAN?
ICSAN is a leading statutorily established professional body dedicated to enhancing the status and practice of corporate governance and public administration. ICSAN members are trained as chartered secretaries and administrators.
Who are chartered secretaries and administrators?
Chartered secretaries are high-ranking governance professionals with a broad base of skills, unique amongst other professions. They are trained in law, finance, accounting, administration, strategy development, and corporate governance. In today's world, chartered secretaries and administrators discharge a wide range of duties and responsibilities, including functioning as chairmen of companies, executive directors, non-executive directors, company secretaries, risk managers, compliance managers, board evaluators, and corporate governance evaluators.
That is interesting. How then do I become a chartered secretary and administrator?
Good. Go to the Institute's website, www.icsan.org. You can also visit the National Secretariat of ICSAN at Plot 6, Elephant Cement Way, Alausa, Ikeja, Lagos, to get full information on how to become members. ICSAN, the hub of governance professionals.
All right, like I said earlier, we're looking at risk management as an important governance function. All right, Mr. ADEGOKE, let's begin this way. When we say risk management, what exactly are we talking about? Hello, Mr. ADEGOKE, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes,
okay, I said, when we talk about risk management, what exactly are we talking about?
Yes, thank you, Ma. Risk management is just a process of identifying, assessing, and controlling financial, legal, strategic, and security to risk to an organization, capital, and earnings. So risk management is just about identifying an assessment and controlling financial, legal, strategic, and security to risk to an organization in terms of the capital of an organization and the earnings of an organization. Thank you.
All right. So let's look at relevance of risk management to corporate governance.
Now, risk management is relevant to corporate governance in order for business to reassess their disaster recovery plan. The disaster recovery plan is also a contingency plan to be implemented in the event of a disaster that puts normal operational systems out of action to restore operational capability as quickly as possible. The need for many companies to have a disaster recovery plan was highlighted by the event of COVID-19, where businesses can be done at the comfort of our houses.
All right, so let's look at the downsides of not getting risk management function right in an organization.
It will be very bad for any company if we don't get the risk management right, number one, it will affect their earnings. Number two, it will affect their capital. Their capital can be equity, which is the capital structure, can be equity or finance. It will really capitulate the company to irrelevance if the risk management is not taken care of. The company can collapse. Thank you so much.
All right. There's a provision of the code that a sound framework for the management of risk and effective internal control system is essential for achieving the strategic objectives of the company. I want you to expatiate on this.
The code is premised on the system of control of an organization. And the system of control includes internal control system. That's number one. Number two is company's annual report and accounts. And they shall state the following. A, the responsibility of the management for the establishment and the maintenance of internal control structure and procedures for financial reporting. B, contain an assessment as of the end of the most recent fiscal year of the issuer, which is the company, for the effectiveness of internal control structure and the issuer of financial reporting. The major system of control is the internal control system, which is premised on the financial reporting of the company and the company's annual account and report, which will be given to the shareholder. So if the company does not have a sound framework for management of risk, we won't have these two in place. So immediately we have the internal control system in place, company annual report and accounts in place. Yes, we are preparing for risk. Thank you.
Okay, and another provision of the code is that the board should obtain and review periodically relevant reports to ensure the ongoing effectiveness of the company's risk management framework. Now, why is this requirement necessary?
Well, the requirement is necessary because management is required to disclose any material weakness in code, any material weakness. And the essence of detecting any material weakness is reviewing our structure or framework of risk management in the company internal control system for financial reporting. And it is not permitted to conclude that internal control is effective if one or more material weakness exists.
Okay, another provision I want us to look at is that the board should consider assigning the responsibilities for oversight of matters relating to risk management to a stand-alone committee or to any other committee capable of combining it with the existing functions as is appropriate. Now, what do you think is the rationale behind this?
Well, the rationale behind this is in a company normal setting, there's always risk committee appointed by the board. And in the absence of risk committee, we have audit committee doing the work of risk management review. The committee will be generally responsible for the entire control system, not just internal control, financial control, and risk management system. For the identification, control, and monitoring of all risks, both internal and external. So the committee is responsible for reviewing any risk coming to the company, both internal and external, not just the financial control, not just the systemic control. No, it will also review the external risk that the company may face as in the course of the operation of the business. Thank you.
All right, great. Now, the chairman of the committee that's responsible for risk management function should be an independent non-executive director. That's according to the provision of the code. So why do you think this is?
Okay, the reason is that an independent report will be presented to the board that is void, very void of bias and prejudice. Any report given or presented to the board will be based on facts. So an independent non-executive director should be appointed because he must give a report that is void of prejudice and bias, because every report he must be given must be based on facts and not anyhow information.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, what advice do you have for corporate entities on how to get their risk management right?
Well, number one is there must be framework and system of risk management. If there's no framework, there won't be system. So a company must first have a framework, a kind of skeletal or a diagrammatic, a pictorial representation of how they want their risk management structure to be. Number two, the risk management of each company must be tailored to the circumstance of the company's business. The risk I'm facing in building business is different from the risk they are facing in financial sector business. So every business is faced with their own peculiarities. So your risk management must be tailored with the circumstance of the company's business. Number three, develop an implementable corporate governance system. And following the corporate governance code, the code must be followed. Let me give us an instance. MTN was penalized to the tune of trillion naira because they did not follow a particular section of the law. If not because of the intervention of the government, that could have been the end of MTN in Nigeria. But I think when they follow the laws, they follow the code, they follow everything prescribed by the law, they won't have problem. Number four, there must be compliance standard. The company must comply with every section of the code. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. BOLAJI ADEGOKE, ACIS member, Publicity and Advocacy Committee, Financial Secretary, or your state chapter, ICSAN. Thank you for joining us on Corporate Governance Platform this morning.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
All right, Mr. Umogun, let's take some announcements.
Thank you very much for me. We have three, and they are all from the training department. The first one is a certification program in innovation and leadership and governance in conjunction with the Zulish School of Business, Toronto, Canada. The program is for a week starting July 17 to July 21st, 2023. The second one is another collaborative initiative between ICSAN and the Kenyan Institute of Management. And the certification program here is for strategic management and leadership in governance. It's going to happen in Mombasa, Kenya, from the 19th to the 23rd of June. So this certification program actually comes before the one with Zulish in Toronto, Canada. Okay. The third announcement is for an empowerment training program that have been put in place by the Institute, titled Understanding ESG Ratings and Performance. Is actually a master class, and we'll be having thought leaders in the industry to talk about this subject with us and other stakeholders that may be interested. Date for this master class is 15 March 2023. It starts by 10 o'clock. We anticipate it will run for about 4 hours, and it's a virtual program. For more information and inquiries about all these three programs, please call Anita on 070 111 30059, 070 111 30059, or Michael on 0802 311 7969. Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Michael Umogun, Deputy Registrar Operations, ICSAN. And that's our package this morning on Corporate Governance Platform, brought to you by the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria, ICSAN. Of course, we'll be back again next week with a fresh edition of the program. That's 10:15 a.m. Wednesday morning. All right, I'm Funmi Omoburiu. Enjoy the rest of the day.